What's up, guys? Blade Master here. After what seems to be quite a long hiatus from the big Blade Balance tournament, going to be bringing you round 3 between AK the Legend and Emerging Yeti. This is sure to be a lot of fun, I think, because at least the first game seems to be between two pretty cool factions that aren't really all that powerful in vanilla. Let's take a look. This is fought in Tenez, by the way. Beautiful map and lots of trees. Let's actually look at the map a little bit more. A little patch of woods over here, but besides that, it's mainly open ground. Some of these flanks, these forested flanks, would make for some interesting engagements because the factions, Iceni versus Kolkis, if Iceni's Cav won't be able to do much over here, but neither would Kolkis with their Noble Blood Cav, so I guess this would probably affect Kolkis a bit more. Although with their Eastern Archers, if Kolkis does bring Eastern Archers and they plop some of them over here, the Slingers of Iceni won't really have as easy of a time killing them. Let's take a look at what AK has brought first. 3 Briton Slingers up in front, and we can see 1 Heroic Nobles and a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 Chosen Sword Band flanking him. And he's brought a total of 4 Chosen Spear Band as well, which is a strange choice. Not a pretty cool choice though. You can see one of the Horse Archers definitely lost like 5 or 6 men here from these Briton Slingers. He's brought a couple of, 2 Levy Freemen. Total of 4 Chosen Spear Band, like I said. And if there were a lot of Noble Blood Cap brought by Kolkis, they would do well. But I think these guys are going to be the cause of a little bit of desync in this battle, because I did put a bonus of 2 for shield screen for spears, so that could cause some desync. We've got a total of 4 veteran riders and of course 2 Briton scout riders who are now javelin cavalry, and very powerful, useful javelin cavalry at that. And for Kolkis, on the other hand, let's take a look. Kolkis has brought a very standard melee infantry heavy army, so it actually seems like Kolkis is going to be able to out melee Iceni. We can see a total of 1 Axeman, 1 Cartly Axeman, Kolkir Noble, Cartly Axeman, Kolkir Noble, Cartly Axeman, Kolkir Noble. So I think 4 Cartly Axemen and around 3 to 4 Kolkir Nobles with some more Axemen, some Eastern Spearmen, maybe only 2 Noble Blood Cavalry, and looks like Eastern Slingers and only a couple of Horse Archers. So let's just push this from the start. We can see, 2 Eastern Slingers, some more Eastern Spears, some of the Noble Blood Cav were hiding. It looks like Iceni is just going to push into this forest to make sure that they get the best skirmishing advantage possible. Smart play from AK the Legend. And Emerging Yeti with his Eastern Slingers are not going to trade very well against the Briton Slingers. And he's forced to push back, and they're going to take some damage from the Briton Slingers because, of course, the Slingers have quick reload. The Eastern Slingers don't. So they are going to take a lot of damage, and besides, they probably have crappier shields, or at least as bad shields as the Briton Slingers have. So in terms of missile block chance, it doesn't look like there's too much going on for the Eastern Slingers. Now the Briton Slingers going to push back. They are tired now, which would reduce their reload rate by quite a bit. Honestly, popping quick reload and still only killing like 11 Eastern Slingers, kind of a waste, I think. The other Eastern Slinger got only 2 kills for its quick reload, but they probably inflicted a lot of HP damage. Now firing onto the Axemen, and the Axemen of course will take some damage. They don't have the greatest amount of armor, and they have the Thurios shield, which gives them a 40% missile block chance. So all in all, this is a decent enough target to fire with Slingers. Not something that I would recommend with Archers, but I mean with Slingers, especially flank shots like this, some of them going into the unshielded side, that's a good idea from AK. Now it looks like all the Eastern Slingers are going to push forward, and AK is going to smartly push back his melee infantry line and then try and tie down some of these Eastern Slingers with his Levy Freeman. And then he's going to bring his veteran riders as well. The Emerging Yeti is forced to now pull back his Eastern Slingers, and he has to use his Axemen in a very aggressive manner, maybe throw some javelins, but smartly enough, AK the Legend pulls back with his veteran riders before they get some javelins to the face. Now, this Kolkir Noble, Cartly Axeman, and regular Axeman is going to easily destroy the Chosen Spear Band, and the Kolkir Nobles, if they get it into contact with the Chosen Sword Band, they'll actually win out in that battle as well. By taking, unnecessary fire over here, you can see the Kolkir Nobles have already dropped by quite a few men. The Eastern Spearmen have now are now pulling back against the Chosen Swordband who are chasing after them. But there's a lot of melee infantry for Kolkis. He just needs to utilize them well. But the entire battle can be turned by the veteran riders if they get a proper charge initially, and then follow that up with Chosen Spearband or Chosen Swordband. Either ways, they'll probably be able to win those engagements. So yeah, having purely melee infantry like that, not necessarily the greatest idea by Kolkis. The Chosen Swordband taking concentrated fire from all directions, but they are kind of in the forest, so that helps them out a little bit. So these sort of like little strategic maneuvers are very smart from AK. He's now pushing in with his Chosen Swordband. Doesn't look like the Axemen are going to engage, and these Axemen are so wounded already that javelin volley just killed off 6 of them, and now they took a proper charge from the Chosen Swordband. So they are going to die very quickly. In any case, they'll probably just rout. Now, veteran riders with frenzy charge going to destroy this noble bloodcap, especially with the Levy Freeman coming into support. Britain Scout Riders also firing in. On the far side, not much is happening. He's just plopped his units in the forest, taking smart engagements like this. One Eastern Slinger against a bunch of... one Britain Slinger against a bunch of Eastern Slingers. And they are heavily protected by the woods. So that's a good engagement for him. The Chosen Swordband lost a few men, but the Axeman has gotten destroyed. Kolkin Nobles are helping out in support, but that Noble Bloodcav flank just got hammered by the veteran riders and Levy Freeman support. And of course, the Scout Riders, of course, doing their bit. He's popped Whistling Shot. I don't know from whom. Who's using Whistling Shot? Not entirely sure. The Britain Scout Riders don't have Whistling Shot. So these guys have got Whistling Shot. What the fuck? Britain Slingers. Is there anyone else? Britain Slingers. Is there any Eastern Archers here? I can't find any Eastern Archers. What the fuck? This is strange. Anyways, Chosen Spearband going to engage against Eastern Spearmen, but the Kartli Axemen got a clean charge onto them. Now, Chosen Swordband going to face up against the General, and this Chosen Swordband wrapping around the Kartli Axemen. And this Kolkir Noble is not going to do well against so many so many Chosen Sword Band and Chosen Spear Band. And the cavalry of AK is running rampant behind EmergingYeti's line. The Eastern Slingers haven't been able to do much in this battle, and he's AK is just staggering his formation, providing for reserves, taking isolated engagements in the forest, not letting the Kolkir Nobles don't have a great charge. But the Kartli Axemen do have a decent enough charge. The Heroic Nobles, of course, going to just outclass them in every way possible. The Veteran Riders took a bunch of damage from this Axeman unit, and this Veteran Rider going to charge, get that frontal charge against the Kartli Axemen, and then he's going to come into support with Chosen Swordband. Good idea, because the Kartli Axemen are dangerous units. Kartli here, the biggest weakness of the Kartli is being exploited by AK. They have poor base morale. They only have 55 base morale. And Britain Slingers just racking up the kills against the Kolkir Nobles, firing into their rear, making the most of their ammo basically. The Horse Archers, meanwhile, haven't been able to do anything, while the cavalry of AK has been able to do a lot. Full strength Noble Blood Cav here, not being microed by EmergingYeti. And honestly, it does look like Yeti's kind of almost given up because he's getting overrun. His melee infantry and spear line is getting overrun, and that's the bit of his army that he really wants to protect. So even this army that wasn't really a good fit to take on a Kolkian army of such high quality melee infantry has actually proven to be quite useful. Still not sure where the whistling shot is coming from. Who is firing the whistling shot? I'm 100% sure that only Eastern... Oh, is it the Horse Archers who are firing whistling? Yeah, the Horse Archers are firing whistling. Why are they firing whistling? Yeah, this is not going to help them out. There's no point in using whistling here. And I think that probably just got the Noble Blood Cav out of the game quicker. The Britain Scout Riders have gotten an XP chevron, but now they've gotten charged by Noble Blood Cav. Noble Blood Cav going to kill them off. Britain Scout Riders are actually very decent against cavalry in melee, but they need to be used as a support unit. So once a cavalry is already engaged, throw some javelins, throw some flaming javelins, and then get a rear charge or something like that. Because they do have a spear they do have a 10 bonus versus cavalry, but they have such low health, terrible armor, that they will just get slaughtered. And of course, they are light in mass, so they'll get slaughtered on the charge. Axemen fighting up against Chosen Swordband and Chosen Spearband here, and fighting in the shade of the woods, which means that the slightly higher charge of the Iceni is not going to, go to their advantage. But in either case, they'll be able to win out this battle very easily, I think. We'll just take a quick screenshot. This dude is like half amongst the rock. He's the rock man. So yeah, the Heartly Axemen getting destroyed by the Chosen Swordband. Chosen Spearband still haven't been able to do much. Colchian Nobles General getting slaughtered by the Heroic Nobles General. I think chariots with Iceni would have been perfect against this Colchian army, but of course you can't really expect to bring chariots against a traditional Colchian army with a lot of noble blood cav and horse archers. But yeah, the Britain Slingers have really done brilliantly for AK here. Charging into the rear for some reason of these Colchian Nobles. Meanwhile, the Britain Scout Riders charging in, destroying the Colchian Nobles General. Heartly Axemen as well, losing a lot of men from the rear charge. And it's just an Iceni swarm now. Noble Blood Cav chasing after the veteran riders. These guys pulling away smartly enough. And then the Levy Freemen going to come in with a full strength veteran rider basically. That charge into the Noble Blood Cav. Noble Blood Cav, of course, killed off a lot of them. They're heavy versus the... actually, veteran riders are heavy too. I thought they were that. Either ways, Heroic Nobles General destroying the Heartly Axemen. Maybe a bit of desync here, maybe not. But yeah, this game is basically over. The Heartly Axemen here have done really well. Double XP Chevron for them. Heroic Nobles General really took a beating there. But yeah, all in all, it's a pretty standard, comfortable victory for Iceni. Good, morale boosting victory for AK. It's a good start for his round 3 games. He has lost a pretty decent faction in the Iceni though. A pretty diverse faction, so that honestly could come to bite him in the butt, because if he, in the later stages of the tournament, if he comes up against a Greek faction or a Hellenic faction, he won't have these surprise nice picks of Iceni, and then he'll be because Iceni is very good against Hellenic factions. Even if they do decide to bring a lot of pikes, you can use Britain Slingers. You have very good cav. You've got good maneuverability in the Britain Scout Riders, so that makes them one of those really cool. Yeah, there's been a fair bit of desync here. Close defeat for Iceni. Anyways, it's pretty clear that that AK won that. But yeah, has lost a fairly diverse, versatile faction in Iceni. Let's see if round 2 goes his way. Or sorry, game 2 goes his way. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Peace.